Georgetown homeowners, are you ready for a market that's heating up? Unlike some of the other cities in the GTA, Georgetown saw some gains that happened in the month of April 2024. In today's video, I'm going to break down for you what happened in the month of April 2024 and how, if you are a seller, you can capitalize on this moving forward being a Georgetown resident. And if you're a buyer looking to buy something in Georgetown, stay tuned in this video as well. I'm going to give you some tips and some property types that you should target to get into the real estate market in Georgetown, Ontario. Now, the Georgetown market saw some dips, but it also saw some gains, and it saw some massive gains coming in the detached home category. Last month, the detached homes were 1.372 average sale price compared to March 2024, where we saw 1.256 average sale price for a detached home. This is a huge jump. Semi-detached also on a lower transaction volume saw a big jump from 930,000 to 1.1 million. Keep in mind, with the lower transaction volume, an average price can be skewed, but we've seen a big jump here, and the townhouses went to 936 from 974. So the townhouses saw a flip in the market, unlike the other two categories. So if you're looking for a townhouse, the prices have slightly fallen back in the last month or so. Now, a condo townhouse also saw an increase up to 708,000 from 666,000. So we have seen some really good gains in 3 of the 4 categories, and the final category is condos. But you live in Georgetown, you understand there's not very many of them. Last month there was one sale for $1,085,000, so that was your average. This month you have an average of $617,000 over a couple transactions, but the condo category isn't why you're here. If you live in Georgetown, you're probably focused on the other categories, and if you've been in Georgetown for quite some time, you're probably looking to either upgrade to that detached home, or you've already made that upgrade for yourself and you're looking to keep yourself informed. My name is Mike Carpino. If you want to actually talk real estate with me and figure out what the next steps are for you, click that first link in the description. We can have a 30-minute consultation call. People reach out to me every day from YouTube to get consultation on what they should do with their real estate property or to help them navigate the real estate market. And if that sounds like you, don't hesitate, click the link and we can get you moving forward in this real estate market. So I do want to take you through some graphs that we've got here to show you what's actually happened in the real estate market. So you're going to see them on my side here. We're not going to cover every chart. The first thing we're going to cover is the detached home category, and we're going to talk about the average sale price. So as you can see on the chart here, this average sale price has really continued to grow. It flattened out a little bit in March, but in April we saw the spike happen as well. Georgetown is one of those areas where Georgetown real estate market doesn't necessarily follow the flow of other areas. I just did a Brampton real estate market update video. If you're from Brampton or interested in watching that video, click it. It'll be up in the corner here. But Brampton saw a massive decrease in a lot of the categories where Georgetown saw an uptick, and they are just side by side when you're driving, right? There are 5-10 minutes depending on which part of Georgetown you're in to get to Brampton. So it's interesting to see such a difference between the two areas. Obviously, Georgetown is a different beast. It's more prestigious and it holds value very, very well. It doesn't fluctuate as much as other areas. Next thing I want to show you guys is the months of inventory. So we have seen a buildup in the months of inventory in detached homes, which generally happens. A lot of Georgetown residents have pools, and you want to showcase the homes with the pools when it gets nice out, so the buyer can really anticipate what their next few months are going to look like, swimming in that pool, enjoying the landscaping. Things like that are going to add extra value if you're selling your home right now. So we've seen an uptick in the inventory, which is great. Active listings as well, though, have started to increase. What you need to worry about here is if you are a seller, you just may have more competition with other homes that are hitting the market. So you might have to change your strategies up slightly. But big thing here is the sales. We saw sales shoot up in the month of April, which is why we're seeing an increase in the average sale price. The more sales that are happening, the more active the market is, the happier the buyers are to maybe pay a little bit more for your house. Townhouse category, not as many transactions, but I want to look at this category because it did have that decrease where not a lot of other categories did have it. So we saw sales flatten from March to April. Not a great sign for townhome owners. We saw active listings actually flatten as well, which is not what you would expect. You would expect active listings to shoot up if the sales also flattened, but that didn't happen, which is very interesting, something to keep note of for the next month. And then we saw your average sale price fall back a little bit. So we didn't get that same inventory, we didn't get the activity, and the sales price still dropped off. Very interesting. Maybe it's just a one-off month, but we'll have to see what next month brings for that category. Now I want to take a look at condo townhouses and see where they stand. You're going to see almost the same trend. Months of inventory dipped down, making it a more challenging market. Your sale price went up. This is what I would have expected from townhouses as well. Your active listings, they were quite a bit lower in March, and then now we're seeing them get back up. Start of the year, you can see in January, they were quite a bit higher, and as things got towards the spring, we got a little bit less inventory, but now we've seen it spike back up once again. Sales followed that same kind of trend, not as aggressive, but we saw sales jump up last month as well. So here is the advice. If you are a seller in the Georgetown real estate market, if you have a pool, you want to make sure that you showcase this pool. If you've got beautiful landscaping, you want to make sure that you're showcasing this beautiful landscape to get the most value for your home. If you're prepping your home to get it on the market, I would suggest at least 30 days in advance, you start to do the declutter. You get the staging consultation done, the media gets done, you have the agent out there to help guide you throughout this whole process. If you're thinking of making the move, it's not going to happen in a week snap of your fingers and have it on the market. If your home is already staged and you live in a staged state, possibly. But you're better off doing all of the pre-work, having the inspection or a pre-home inspection, like we call it, done ahead of time so you know what potential things a buyer might have concern with so you can do those repairs before it hits the market. It's one of the best tips you can take as a seller watching this video. Do a pre-home inspection. That way you know what the buyers are going to have issues with, and you can either fix, or you in your head already know where your negotiating points might be. Keep in mind, as the weather gets hotter, once we hit June and July, things do tend to flatten off because people are enjoying their pools. They're enjoying that lovely landscaping and backyard that they may have. So take advantage of the next 60 days, get your home on the market, get it sold, and close it at the end of summer. If you're a buyer, based on what we've looked at today, you should be extremely excited about the potential of a freehold townhouse. To see that the prices have dipped off that much and the inventory is not bad, I'd be targeting that section. Seeing if you can't find a seller who really needs to move their townhouse because it wasn't able to sell in the last month, that would be the target that I would generally go for right now. Now, if you're making the transition from one home to the next, should you sell first? Should you buy first? Right now, if you are owning a home in one of these categories that is selling quickly, you may want to consider selling your home with a longer closing. Albeit, there is a risk that you don't get a purchase quick enough and you maybe don't get the home you're looking for. Where most people would like to do this is they find a home that they can buy first, but have their home ready to put on the market the immediate point that they get that deal, and then they can kind of do this as a simultaneous process, understanding that there's benefits and risks to doing one before the other, but a real estate advisor like myself can help guide you through that process depending on your specific situation. I hope if you're in Georgetown, you found some really good value from this video, just breaking down what's happening in your market. If you're here and you don't live in Georgetown, maybe there's another market update video on my channel here that can help you out as well. And once again, if you need my help making a transition from one home to the next, or if you're looking to buy your first home in Georgetown or the GTA, click the first link in the description. My contact information is also there, and I look forward to helping you make that next move. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next market update. Have a wonderful day. Bye for now.